Top 10 African countries with the best access to electricity. Hello friends, welcome to another exciting video presented to you by Banco Media. In today's video, we will be discovering the top 10 African countries with the best access to electricity. Be sure to share this video and tell me where you are watching from, and I will give you a special appreciation in the comment section. Access to electricity is a critical indicator of a nation's development and quality of life. Across the African continent, efforts have been made to improve access to electricity, with some countries making significant strides in ensuring reliable power supply for their citizens. Here, we explore the top 10 African countries with the best access to electricity, examine their rural and urban electrification rates, as well as the sources of electricity generation. Number 10. Kenya. Kenya has made remarkable progress in expanding access to electricity in recent years. Approximately 75% of the urban population and 56% of the rural population have access to electricity. The country relies heavily on hydropower, geothermal and thermal sources of electricity generation. Investments in renewable energy projects such as Lake Turkana Wind Power Project have contributed to Kenya's efforts to improve access to electricity and promote sustainable development. Number 9. Botswana. Botswana boasts high levels of electrification, with around 67% of the urban population and 40% of the rural population having access to electricity. The country primarily relies on coal-fired power plants for electricity generation, supplemented by imports from neighboring countries. Botswana's government has prioritized rural electrification initiatives to bridge the gap between urban and rural areas and promote economic development across the country. Number 8. South Africa. As the most industrialized nation in Africa, South Africa has made significant strides in electrification. Approximately 84% of the urban population and 69% of the rural population have access to electricity. The country's energy mix includes coal, nuclear, renewables, and natural gas, with coal remaining the dominant source of electricity generation. Despite challenges such as aging infrastructure and supply constraints, South Africa continues to invest in renewable energy projects to diversify its energy sources and improve access to electricity. Number 7. Ghana. Ghana has made impressive progress in expanding access to electricity, with around 82% of the urban population and 66% of the rural population having access to electricity. The country's electricity generation mix includes hydroelectric, thermal and renewable energy sources. Ghana has also implemented initiatives such as the Rural Electrification Program to extend electricity access to underserved communities and support economic development in rural areas. Number 6. Gabon. Gabon has achieved significant electrification rates, with approximately 88% of the urban population and 52% of the rural population having access to electricity. The country relies primarily on hydroelectric and thermal power plants for electricity generation. Gabon's government has implemented policies to promote renewable energy and improve energy efficiency, aiming to enhance access to electricity while minimizing environmental impact. If you are still watching, it means you like the video. Please remember to share and tell me where you are watching from in the comment section. Number 5. Algeria. Algeria boasts impressive electrification levels, with around 98% of the urban population and 98% of the rural population having access to electricity. The country's electricity generation is predominantly fueled by natural gas, with renewable energy sources such as solar and wind gaining traction in recent years. Algeria's commitment to expanding access to electricity has been a cornerstone of its development agenda, contributing to socio-economic progress and improved living standards. Number 4. Tunisia. Tunisia has made significant strides in electrification, with approximately 99% of the urban population and 99% of the rural population having access to electricity. The country relies on a diverse mix of energy sources, including natural gas, oil, and renewables for electricity generation. Tunisia's government has implemented policies to promote energy efficiency and renewable energy deployment, aiming to ensure reliable and sustainable electricity supply for its citizens. Number 3. Morocco. Morocco has achieved impressive electrification rates, with around 99% of the urban population and 99% of the rural population having access to electricity. The country's electricity generation mix includes coal, natural gas, renewables, and hydroelectric power. Morocco has invested heavily in renewable energy projects such as the Noor Solar Complex, positioning itself as a regional leader in renewable energy deployment and sustainable development. Number 2. Egypt. Egypt boasts high levels of electrification, with approximately 100% of the urban population and 100% of the rural population having access to electricity. The country relies predominantly on natural gas and oil for electricity generation, supplemented by renewable energy sources such as wind and solar. Egypt's government has prioritized infrastructure development and electrification initiatives to meet its growing demand for electricity and support economic growth. Number 1. Mauritius. Mauritius tops the list as the African country with the best access to electricity, with 100% of the urban population and 100% of the rural population having access to electricity. The country's electricity generation mix includes coal, hydroelectric, and renewables, with a strong focus on sustainability and energy efficiency. Mauritius has implemented innovative policies and initiatives to promote renewable energy adoption and ensure reliable electricity supply for its citizens. These 10 African countries have made significant progress in expanding access to electricity, improving the quality of life for millions of people and driving economic development. However, challenges such as infrastructure constraints, energy affordability, and sustainability remain, underscoring the importance of continued investment and cooperation to achieve universal access to electricity across the continent. With this, we have come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have learned something today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and remember to share with your friends. Until then, peace out.